Bit of a question to all painters and decorators out there. What do you do when that customer says to you, please may I have some touch-up paint? And you're thinking to yourself, do you know what? I've got too much paint in a tin to actually give the customer. I wished I had something I could just put that paint into so they've got a small amount of paint that they can use for touch-up in the future. Likewise, you might be somebody that's got tins of paint on the shelf in the garage, in your shed, in a workshop, and you're looking at it and you're thinking, oh, look at that. It's corroding, it's not very good, that tin. It's starting to ooze a little bit of paint, but you know that that paint in there's needed, probably for your own touch-up at your own house. What do you do when you think to yourself, I could just do with putting it into something? Well, this video, bear with me, because I'm going to explain about the Stewart StopLoss Bag system, where you can actually put paint into these. Then you can store it wherever you like. They can be laid flat, they can be left upright. But you know that you can go back to this in the future and get the paint out, and it's not in a tin that's starting to go corroded or contaminated by that tin that's breaking down. So let's get into this video ASAP. I'll explain about these, where they've come from, and what your thoughts are, and you can give us some comments below. So see you in a moment. Right, you get the gist of what this video is all about. I'll say straight away, there's no sponsorship, no endorsement, there's no money changed hands. This is a product, and it's the Stewart StopLoss Bags. This is a product that I was made aware of back in November 2025 at the Painting and Decorating Show, when a guy called Martin comes over to me and says, Phil, I've seen your YouTube channel. I'd like you to have a look and review and give us some feedback on these stop-loss bags. Now, once I actually saw what they were, what the idea was, I thought, what a brilliant idea. But there's a few little bits and pieces that I just thought, particularly for the painter and decorator, it might become a little bit problematic, shall I say. And again, I'm going to keep saying, give us some comments what you think. Now, the idea is stop-loss bags. If you've got tins of paint, you can see there that, like I said at the beginning, you've got some paint you want to leave to the customer, but you don't actually want to be giving them a full 5 litre tin or leaving them a 10 litre tub. You want to just decant some out into something like this, a stop-loss bag, and give the customer, in effect, a bag of paint. And this is what I've got in here. I've got some, this is quite thin paint. I've got a bag there that this could be laid flat, or you can sit it up on a shelf. Right, the idea is you've got a bag, let's just break it down. There's a cap, paint can go in there, and you've got another little cap there. This is to let air out. So let's just forget that for the time being. The idea of this bag, you have a funnel, and the funnel fits onto the end of the bag, like so. It's silicone, so anything that sticks to it will dry or wipe off dead easy. So the idea is you've got a funnel and you can tip your paint into there and it fills the bag up. Once the bag starts getting full and you've got enough paint in there for what you require, you obviously take that off. You put the cap on there. You undo that cap and you squeeze any air out, tipping it until all the air is out of that bag, and then you can put that cap on there to make it airtight. Then when you want to come and tip the paint out, you take off that cap there. You can undo that cap to let some air in as you tip it out, and that will give you an airtight bag that you can squeeze out and roll out until you've got enough paint out for doing your touch-ups. That's the principle. In theory, sounds dead easy. Right, but where do I sit with this? Now, back in November 2025, Martin came over to me and said, give us some feedback on this. Now, he sent me a kit out with a couple of bags, thanks to Peter from Woodworkers Workshop. This is the company that's promoting them in the UK, because these are an American product. that does really well in America for the woodworking community because they put lacquers and varnishes into them. Now, both these guys I've had Zoom meetings with since early January. So for the last 6 to 7 months, I've been discussing about the fors and againsts, particularly for the painter and decorator. Now, when this kit came to me, it came with a little holder that you put round there, as like so. And that would then, I'll drop you down, clamp onto a workbench with a clamp. That would hold it in place so you can see that. Then you'd put your funnel on the top, like so. Then, for the purpose of this, I've got some bottled water. I will tip water into there, which this would be your paint or lacquer or varnish, into the bag. That's held nicely. You pull it off like so. Put the cap on the top, tighten it down, undo, squeeze all the air out. Squeeze all the air, and once you're happy with the air's all out of it, put that cap on there. There's no air in that bag and it's just full of paint. That is the principle. Then you would write with a marker pen across there the date, the day, whatever you want, customer's name, and we've got something like that. Do you get the idea? So the idea is you fill it up with paint, no air in it, it's not going to deteriorate, it's not going to go off, and you can then store that in a drawer somewhere that is handy. But as we say, don't put paints in garages or sheds that freeze. So the principle is like that. Now, my concerns or questions were regarding the holding of the paint. Now, that clipped onto there is a good idea, but not all decorators have a clamp with them to put on a workbench. So I said to Peter, and particularly Martin as well, how do we hold that in place to then tip paint into it? And that was the dilemma. So we came up with an idea, or I thought, could you have a holder that you put mixing sticks through and suspend it across a bucket? Now that didn't actually work because the buckets weren't deep enough to actually hold the bag, because if you've got a 2.5 litre paint bucket or paint kettle, that was not deep enough to hold that. So that again fell by the wayside, and I didn't think that was very good either. So another way of doing it was in effect holding it. A new mixing stick style holder came to me. You put your funnel on the top, you clamp it round like so, hold it in place the best you can, and then tip your paint in. Do. Demonstration purposes only. Do. That is the way to do it, holding it. But what happens if you've got bigger tins of paint? What happens if you've got a 10 litre tub? How do you get around that? And this is where I am today. I want some feedback from you to tell me what you think of the idea. Will it work? Is it something a painter and decorator would be interested in using? I think it's a brilliant idea. If you can get your own style of tipping it in, if there's two of you, it wouldn't be a problem. If you've got a workbench, it wouldn't be a problem. But if you're on your own in Mrs. Smith's lounge and she wants some paint into a bag, how do you get the paint into the bag? That's the question. But to get the paint out of the bag would be dead easy. You've got that at the top, that at the side, and if I tip this into a paint kettle, you can see there, that lets the air out so you don't get then the paint would be tipped out into your kettle, into your bucket, ready for touching up. So what do you think about these? I will do a link below to where to purchase. They are available on my Amazon storefront associates page. You can actually get them through the Woodworkers Workshop as well. Let's have a look. The StopLoss bags. Give us some thoughts. This is very experimental for me. I wanted to actually just give some information out about these to see what other people thought. Have you seen them before? What is your idea of what you would do if you wanted to give your customer some paint that you don't want to give the full tin? Now, I know if it's a small tin of paint, there's not much in it. You'd probably say, I'll just leave the tin with the customer. But that is going to go somewhere, more than likely in a cold environment, not ideal. Whereas if you gave them to the customer in a bag, that amount of paint into a bag, is that a better idea? Do you think that would work? Do you think the customer would be more happy to take a bag of paint with their name on, with the date, with the colour reference, and store that somewhere safe, possibly not in a garage? What do you think of that? The idea is you're going to have paint in a bag instead of a tin. Likewise, what I showed you at the beginning, tins of paint that we've got that are deteriorating, not a good idea. Could this work? Is this the future for storing paint and giving the customer enough touch-up? Now, you can get these in smaller sizes. I believe in America they've got different sizes as well. But is this something you'd be interested in? If you think this is something you'd be liking to try yourself and purchase, there's a link below. Is this something that would take off, or do you think it's too much of a faff? I think this is something that you could actually work into your business. Yes, there is a cost for purchasing these, but if you added 5, 10, 20 pounds to a job to allow for the bags of paint to be put together and give the customer their touch-up paint, is that worth it? What's another 20 pounds on the job if you said, I've got some bags I can give you that the paint will go into? Give us some thoughts on that. What do you think?